starting to come together nicely. Looking pretty schmecko. Hey legends, what's going on? As you can see behind me here, we have the Luxy, looking pretty killer. I want to be doing heaps more videos on this car. If you guys have seen it, it's 5VZFE turbo petrol, all custom turboed everything Hilux, which makes a bit of power, but I do want to push it and turn it into sort of a Baja pre-runner sort of thing to just go sending it down the beach and off-road and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. The ultimate dream for this thing would be to take it to some like rally races and just drags and stuff, but I mean, I'm not too confident at the moment with the engine setup, and I just want to make sure it's all running good. Today's video, I haven't had it on the channel for a while. We'll just do a bit of a run through of what I've done so far since I haven't had it on the channel last. So just show you guys, done a bit of painting in the engine bay and stuff like that. We'll be putting a new catch can in there too with it's AN10 lines, but we need to work out how we're going to do that. I've got it in there. I'll show you guys the catch can and sort of the plans, clean up the turbo and a bit like that. So anyway, let's get in, let's have a look, and I hope you guys like the video. What a day. Absolutely perfect weather today. Looking pretty good. This is looking pretty bad. Alrighty, I want to do heaps more videos on this thing. It deserves it. It deserves a whole bunch more attention than I give it. And I'm sure you guys are pretty into this thing too. So anyway, let's have a little talk about what I want to do in here. And what I have done so far. So essentially you can see this straight away. I've done a video on my channel on painting this with a cool design. Ended up, it didn't look too cool. So I've painted that white. I think that looks a lot better than what it did before. Also down the bottom here, you'll see exhaust manifolds. A bit of cobwebs, you can see it hasn't been driven in a while, but exhaust manifolds have all been painted up. They were sort of rusting, so we got in there with the wire wheel, everything like that. Have a look down there. Exhaust manifolds look heaps better. We use that high-temp paint. We've put all new gaskets in. We've put in new gaskets in for the wastegate, the downpipe, the turbo here. Obviously has a new gasket. Can't really see, but new gasket there. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done so far. Just basically took all the exhaust manifolds off, cleaned them all up, painted them all, put them back in, gave the turbo a bit of a clean up here with just a wire wheel. I think that should be painted white to match that. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously engine bay needs to be cleaned up. Okay, so one important thing I do know that I need to change pretty quickly is the catch can. So you can see the catch can sort of sitting over here, but the actual intercooler piping for this, on the intercooler down here, they both come off this side, and then both the pipes travel up along here. One goes into the turbo, one does a U-turn and goes into the throttle body. And then this is sort of just going over the top here, which I don't like. I reckon that's a pretty bad design, the way it sort of tees in here. You can see just there, it tees into like a 2 into 1. And yeah, I just don't like it. So I've bought a square catch can that I'm hoping to fit in down inside here. So there's a bit of room in here where I can put a big square one, and it's got the filters on top, so it's going to add atmosphere. But again, this car's not really, you know, it doesn't go on the road that much, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I want to do that because I think that's going to clean it up a lot here, not have these going over the top and pulling out of where they are in down there. Can't even see, but they're in down there. And I want to take the actual rocker covers off, weld in some AN fittings and just go straight AN fittings into that. I think that's probably the way I'm going to go about it. But anyway, let's go have a look at the catch can I bought and test fit it, because I haven't even test fitted it yet, and see what we've got to do to get it in there. All right, so looking at it now, it looks like this thing should be maybe installed on a monster truck because it's so bloody big. And I think it's going to be a bit hard finding a spot for it, but I mean, it's going to flow heaps better than the one that's in there. So let's just see if I can sort of fit it somewhere. Alrighty, I think I found the spot for it, and it's right where I thought. So as you can see, it is sort of sitting pretty level here. And on the bonnet, you've got this part on the side which comes down, which actually sits on top of this anyway. So I think it should be fine. I just shut the bonnet, it looked fine. I mean, there's a little bolt just in here underneath this, if I can find it, that there, so we can undo that. It'll give us a little bit, you know, we're playing with millimeters here, but I think that's gonna be the way to go. And look, it looks pretty sick in there. Looks neat, tidy, and again, as I said before, we'll go straight AN lines, AN10, or we can even narrow it down to an AN8, but I guess more flow is better in this application. And then we're just gonna have to get some engine covers, because you can see that there, that needs to be an AN fitting, not that thing that just wobbles around like that and just, yeah, causes oil to go everywhere. So don't want that. AN fittings, get this one all bolted in, and I reckon we'll be cooking with gas. So let's go ahead now, and got no battery. Let's try this again. Let's go ahead now and use this to clean up the downpipe just here, just on the end, just beep, 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 on there, clean that up, and we'll get this installed. That way we can get back up in here, put the downpipe back in, and obviously the beanie for the turbo back on it, and then just at least get that little bit done and go from there. Alrighty, got the downpipe in there, as you can see, just at the back here. Downpipe's in, installed, got the little Aeroflow V-band there, and then obviously it goes down the bottom there and just bolts up. It'd be pretty cool if we had a V-band down there too, but I mean, that's maybe something I can do in the future. One thing I forgot to mention before too is this, just here. I just got a new sort of sock that goes over this to stop the heat from getting through, but I would like to also change this to an AN line down to the sump down there, but that's a pretty big job. Obviously got to take the sump and everything off like that, but have a look at that, guys. Starting to come together nicely, looking pretty schmicko. Alrighty guys, that's it for today's video. I mean, I hope you liked it. As we said before, I'm going to try and get heaps more stuff going on in here, and a lot more content on this car, because I know you guys like it, and I do want to bring heaps more of this rig right here to the channel. So if you guys could like, comment and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. I'll keep the content coming, and peace. Shoo.